Hey man, how's it going?
Hey, it's going good, man. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing okay. Can you hear me and see me okay?
I hear and see you fine, navigating this world of technology.
Been weird, huh? A little
Yeah, it's
different.
every time I gotta start one of these, I get a major anxiety because it's like, oh, I gotta turn it on. Like, oh, I forgot this setting over here. I forgot this setting over here. Did I plug
Are
my
you doing it at
microphone
home?
in?
Do you have a home studio where you do this from?
Yeah, I'm at home right now. It's I wouldn't really call it a studio. It's an old bar I bought at a garage sale for about $20 years ago that I have my laptop propped up on. I got a printer over here. bought
Cool,
a
man.
bought a little
Isn't it funny?
microphone. What's that?
It's like the idea of work and business has morphed in this last year, and people are coming back. The employment numbers are going to slowly come back as things open up. I think by the end of the year, I think we're going to be rolling pretty good. But just the idea of working, there's so many people I know is like, I'm not going back to the office, and they don't care if I do. If I could
Yeah.
show up once or twice a week and do the things I have to do, but meetings on Zoom, interviews on Zoom. I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm 32 years sober, alcoholic and recovering alcoholic and drug addict. And one of the best things I have is meetings online. It's great.
Yeah,
And
you don't have to
just
go anywhere.
Yeah, because I like the house. I like, my wife's in the other room doing something. I'm doing this. It's different than it used to be, and it's cool. And I like the changes. Anyway, how
well,
you doing today?
I'm doing good and looking forward to well, you're gonna be leaving the house soon because you got a big tour that you're kicking off here. I guess my first question to you with the Summerland tour, with it got kind of just like popped out of nowhere. It's like, as far as like being on radio and all of a sudden the news kind of came out. I was like, oh wow, there's a tour coming. And I looked at the dates and see the first one. It was in Orange County, New York, that you're going to be, and that's a
Oh, it changed. The first one is now in Boston.
oh okay. So you added some dates.
We were adding more dates, yeah, for sure. And we're
Well,
doing a second leg in the fall as
well,
well.
because when I originally saw that date, I was like, oh man, I like maybe I'll go up there. It's my old stomping grounds, and I saw my very first concert at that Orange County Speedway in New York, which was the Beach Boys in Chicago.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
going back to the
Yeah,
1980s. But then I
we
saw,
go ahead.
yeah, I saw 80s Beach Boys with John Stamos on drums.
Okay.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. And
Uh,
it was Chicago without Peter Cetera, right?
yes, without Peter Cetera. It was
They're still good. I saw them with Earth, Wind and Fire. Um and they're still good.
Yeah, still a great band. It was like Kokomo was a hot song at the time, so the Beach Boys were still riding that wave.
Yeah.
And then I see Atlantic City, the Orange Loop Arena. And the funny thing was, I'm like looking around, I'm like, where is the Orange Loop Arena? Is that a venue I've missed or something like that? So it's a new music venue that you're going to be playing in Atlantic City on July the 3rd. You'll be breaking it in. You'll be the first show there.
That's awesome. We're out playing shows right now, and we've been the first band that most people have seen live in the first year and last year and a half, year and a quarter, and it's just been really a lot of fun doing it, and it's different. You know, it's different. There's protocols everywhere, but to me, most people, the way I feel about it, and the way most people feel about it, it's like, fine, I got to do that to get back to this. Sure, whatever. Let's get it done.
Well, it's interesting with your show here in Atlantic City. At first, when the tickets went on sale, there were protocols. You can only buy in a 4-pack. People are going to be sitting in like their little, areas. And now that New Jersey's released or relieved a lot of restrictions, it's like now you can get a single admission ticket. It's just everyone go on in, and it's going to be a pretty, as far as I can tell, normal show as far as the fans go. So we're all pretty excited about that. And it's interesting too, the timing of your show, because a lot of concert announcements are coming down. It's like crazy being in radio right now with just one after the other. But most of the shows don't start till August. Meanwhile, here you are, for us anyway, July 3rd, number one, you're kicking things off. I gotta ask you, when you first started booking these dates, was it like, well, there's a lot of restrictions in place, we'll just figure it out, we'll work within the restrictions, and we just got to get out there? But in the back of your mind, was it like, maybe by the time we actually get there, things will be different?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was definitely looking at the glass half full. Um, when last fall, when we put together this package, last late fall, December, after the election, but before the beginning of the year, I felt like, you know, the back, even though the surge was happening, um, I felt like by the time like June, July, things were going to be good. And um, we originally were going to do this in June. And um, but my whole attitude was like, let's book the dates before we go on sale. Let's see where we're at. We got the package together, we got the artwork together, we did all our due diligence, and then, you know, um, after February, things just started going down and down and down, and now it's just like numbers are really moving just about everywhere in a really good direction. And here in California, we're about to open up, 100% open on June 15th, which is my sobriety birthday, by the way.
Oh, look at
So
that.
that's going to be a big day. And I'm really just looking forward to this tour because it feels like people are just coming out of the darkness, out of the cave, and they're like, "What is this thing? What is this new thing?" That's a beer. It's a
Yeah.
beer in a cup, and it's just really fun and exciting to see people just like we just played SeaWorld in San Antonio, Texas over the weekend. And
Mhm.
usually those amusement park shows are like money shows. They're not a lot of fun because there's so many restrictions, but everyone's used to restrictions now, right? So it's like people were just having a blast. And the second they make you do two shows, and the second show, you know, they're usually like, you got to stay in your seat. You can't jump up and down. You can't do this. By the middle of the second show, you know, half the crowd was on the floor, you know, like 1,200 people just right next to each other. Just some people were wearing masks, some
Mhm.
people weren't.
Just
And
enjoying it. I bet you too. It's gonna be the point too, where like some gigs you probably like back in the day, like, oh, this is gonna this corporate type thing or whatever, and now it's like, I'm just happy to play, just glad to be here.
this thing, COVID, and I don't know if you know it, but I had COVID in January and February. I was in bed for almost 2 months,
Oh wow.
and I was in the hospital for like about a week, and it was rough, man. Hit me hard, but I've been one of the things it's taught me, like other things in my life, like my sobriety and the fact I have MS. It's taught me gratitude for the things that you just take for granted a lot of times. And getting older does that as well. And it's just like now it's like, go play a corporate gig. Sure, man. I don't care. You know why? Because, and I tell that to people, I'm playing rock and roll at a corporate gig, so I don't care what they think. I'm gonna be me. We're gonna be Everclear. We go in and we're Everclear. Now if it's a family situation like the other day at SeaWorld, they're like, could you not use profanity? I'm like, got it.
Yep. And you're just like, okay, I was roll with it. Like before, you might have been like, this is my art, this is my songs.
Nah,
Now it's like,
I've never been like that. I've never
okay.
been like that. It's just like, man, at the end of the day, people can have illusions about what we do, but we're minstrels, man. That's what we are. We're minstrels. We're getting, we sing for our dinner, basically. And you've got to have, look, I have a very strong ego about things I'm good at and things I feel strong about, but I also have humility about like, sure, man, that doesn't work for you. You're paying me, brother. No problem.
Now, talk a little bit about this year's lineup for the Summerland Tour. You got Living Color, which I personally have never seen together. I've seen Corey Glover solo. I've seen Vernon Reed play, solo. I've never seen them together, so I'm so excited about that.
So you never saw him back in the day.
No, I did not. Yep.
Oh my God. I saw him on that first album when Cult of Personality was,
Mhm.
all over MTV, and I saw it, and they had Soundgarden opening up for them, like young Soundgarden, like first album Soundgarden, and that was just an amazing show. Uh, so much power, and I saw them in 2019. We played a show in one of those radio shows, and I think it was St. Louis, and after we played, we went and watched them play, and they still got it, dude. You're gonna be so excited. I just love them, and I love Hoobastank. Hoobastank's a great band, great songs, great hits. Doug's a great singer. Wheatus is gonna be the band that everyone knows. Teenage
Teenage
Dirtbag,
Dirtbag, yeah.
but that first album is so good, and all the records are really good. They're a great band. This is going to be a show where people are going to come away from it going, damn. I think a lot of dangs and dams are going to be had for sure. So I'm just really excited about um, this lineup, and this. It's just I wanted to do upbeat rock and roll, hard rocking Summerland. And originally, when I came up with the idea, we were going to do outside gigs, in May and June, and now it's in July, and most of them are outside, not all of them,
Well, we will
but
be outside in Atlantic City. We'll be about half block from the ocean.
there you go. So this new place, is this an outside gig? Is it an open air gig?
Yeah, it's gonna be an open area. It's about half a block from the ocean. It's an area of bars in Atlantic City that call themselves the Orange Loop. It's like a little section of
I
town,
know the Orange Loop.
and
Yeah.
there's a empty spot next to this bar called Beret, and that's the area they're going to put it on. And it's pretty much the way I've been trying to tell people. It's like, if you ever been to the outdoor Stone Pony summer stage in Asbury Park,
Absolutely.
very similar setup. It almost, like, the stage is like the exact same stage pretty much, and that's pretty much the setup you're looking at.
It's probably the same company that's doing the sound gear and the staging. It's probably the same company. That's awesome. Yeah, I played the outside Stone Pony summer stage. I've done that 2 or 3 times, and I played inside, which is legendary.
And you get that fresh ocean air coming on in.
Which is better than the shag carpet on the walls vibe you get going on. But don't think I'm putting down the Stone Pony.
Yeah,
I would play there tomorrow if they asked me to come back.
that was a legendary place, and you never know when Springsteen shows up. He never shows up when I go to a gig, but he shows up the ones I don't go to.
Oh, does he really? Like the day after?
Like I don't go to a show, and it's like some random musician is there, and then everyone's like got pictures with them and stuff. It's like, damn, I just missed him.
Wow, that's cool that he still does that. So where does he live? Does he live in Montclair?
No, he lives in, well, I think he still lives in somewhere near like the Shark River area up there, Rumson area. I think he still has a house there. Is somewhere in that
They're
area.
mostly grown up now, right?
What's that?
His kids are mostly like grown up now.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Wow, that's a trip. But no, I'm so excited to come back to the places that I've been touring for years and years and years, and just really grateful for it. I think most of the guys in the bands, all the guys in the bands that I've talked to that are on this tour, are just really excited and grateful to be back out doing what we do.
Where'd you originally get the idea for the Summerland tour? Because to me, it seems like, maybe you go back 10, 12 years or so, like when Poison kind of did all the thing with the 80s bands, and they kind of brought that back out. And
That was longer than 12 years ago. We started, I started Summerland in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first year. I think a lot of people have been thinking about doing a 90s alternative thing. I heard people talking about it, but it wasn't the right time earlier. And then when in 2011, I went and hung out with my buddy Mark from Sugar Ray, and we talked about it. And he goes, "You're going to do it? If you do it, I want to be a part of it. I want to do it with you." So we kind of co-hosted the first one, see how it went. And then he went and did this thing called Under the Sun for 2 years that was more open to different types of genres. I wanted straight 90s alternative rock. I wanted it to be more rockin'. So, and that's kind of what we've done for the last, this is going to be the 8th year of it, so that's exciting.
Well, Art, I want to thank you for your time this afternoon, and can't wait to see you guys, and can't wait to sing along to all those great Everclear hits coming up on July 3rd. And the best part too, it's the 4th of July weekend in Atlantic City, so there's going to be a buzz about town. Like I said, everything is open. People, if you got vaccinated, you don't need to wear a mask anywhere. So it's going to be a very I think you have a very rambunctious crowd getting ready to have that real first concert of 2021.
Awesome. I look forward to it, man. I hope you can make it out. Thanks for having me today. I'm super excited just to get back out and play rock and roll and to be back in Atlantic City.
Oh, we will, a whole radio station will be there in support and checking it out. I think we have our own special. I think we have a little table to sit at. They gave us a little table for the radio station.
Awesome. Well, I'll come by the little table if I can.
Yeah, maybe I'll let you spin the wheel for a keychain or something like that,
Really? Okay. Well, now you're sweetening the deal, right?
All right, Art. Well, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you July 3rd at the Orange Loop in Atlantic City, all right?
I'll see you then. Take care.
All right, take care, man. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.